Yeah, the only place I have seen shop so far, there's actually a mart right over here. You only got Pokeballs. I didn't even look at how much money I have. Nope, no Pokeballs here. I thought I had to like talk to somebody to for them to tell me that they don't have Pokeballs here, that you have to get them somewhere else, but I know where to get them, at the very least. Yes, exactly. Mansplaining is effective. Just went there, ma'am, and there are no Pokeballs. So I'm right, I do basically have to talk to somebody who's like, hey, there aren't Pokeballs here. This bitch is the equivalent of like chicks going to Target nowadays. She said, I just want to come here and just look at things. I don't have any money or any Pokemon or anything, but I love coming here. Outskirts stand. Get some smoky balls. One of these characters is just like chilling behind. There are some spots around this town, if you explore a little bit, which we'll get a chance to explore more later, but I'm pretty sure either in this game or in the sequel game, there's just a free item laying around somewhere. If you just explore. It's not here. It might be in the other game that I'm thinking of. Or I'm right. Super Potion. That's useful for my two Pokemon. Let's still go to Target tomorrow. Okay. Find something to get, I guess. Does he want a rematch? You were worried about me. Oh, so he's the motherfucker that told them that I went to Phoenix City. He's like, yeah, I told him to go to Phoenix City. You guys should check there. Okay, cool, thanks. I'm pretty sure when it's flashing like this, that means there's a new news report. Snag balls. I just gotta love the random like uppercasing of like important words. Like I feel like they could have just like bolded the text a little bit or something, but this was also forever ago, so maybe they didn't have the technology to bold text. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I can't. Who am I to say? I'm not a game coder or anything. Well, we'll hope that it doesn't get used for criminal purposes. Don't you sell Pokeballs here? There's no call for those things around these parts, but where do you put them? Breaking news. Another riot in Atlanta. Free Pokeballs? I'll take them. Since I found them, I may just as well put them out with the rest of my merchandise. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy some more. Oh, great balls. I do have a lot of money, and I already have two of everything, which is what I usually try to get at the beginning of a game, just a couple of everything. And then we'll see how it turns out if I need anything else later on. But let's grab like I'll grab like 10 great balls. I'm gonna grab like 10 Pokeballs. Just be safe, I'll grip 20. We have to do a lot of catching in this game. And especially, oh shit, you get Premier Balls in this game, so I should have just bought 10 Pokeballs and another 10 Pokeballs because you get one for every 10. In newer games now, they give you like all of the Premier Balls at once. Like if you buy 20 Pokeballs, they'll just give you the 20 Premier Ball or 2 Premier Balls for the 20. But in these older games, you have to do them 10 at a time. Selling bootleg expired Pokeballs. They should honestly be discounted at the very least. But Andy said that apparently there's no use for Pokeballs around here, which is understandable because if you recall in these older Pokemon games, you could only catch Pokemon by running around in tall grass. And look, we're in a desert. There's no tall grass here. I think I'm supposed to go back. I don't remember exactly. Like, I know the plan was to get Pokeballs, but like then what, right? Did I need to go back to the Colosseum or something? Oh god, dude, every time I look at the news, it's something bad. I see breaking news anywhere, and I'm just like, oh god, what is it now? Okay, so nobody here is going to tell me what to do, I don't think. This guy's just going to be like, sorry, I ratted you out. That's all good. Something terrible's happening. Those two creeps who took off in the truck. Oh, so they did take the truck with them. Joe just like stayed there on the screen. Let's go check out. Let's go talk to the mayor. See if the mayor knows anything. Oh man, I wish I could show this on the stream. I don't want to mess with the camera just in case I can't get it back to how I like it. But my cat's just in here. I got a little Snorlax beanbag, and he's just laying on the head of the Snorlax. He's passed the hell out. Oh yes, my favorite character in any Pokemon game ever. This is Mirror B or Myra B. I'm not too sure, but it's Mirror, but with only one R in the middle. But I just say Mirror B. But his soundtrack is one of the best in the game. I hope you guys can hear the game audio pretty well because it's so fire. But look at him. He is awesome, and he's slaying it. He's just slaying it. You tell me you were bested by these darling infants? You just called us infants. Did you say your name was Porky or something? That's Bobo. Yeah, his fucking nostril hairs are about to come out and just like strangle me. He is very much a bad guy no matter how cool he looks. He is, those two guys behind him are his little goons. And he's planning shit. He said he's planning shit. If you don't like pain like most people, you can avoid the pain by keeping your nose out of places it needn't be. He's just a bad bitch. I didn't realize the Power Rangers were behind him. They just walked into the mayor's office like they own the place. Or actually, this is his house. He's going back to Pyrite. Remember that I'll be waiting for you to return with the little lady. So they want Ruri really badly. And it's got to be because Ruri said that she saw some shit. And they all just like mean mug me as they walk past me. They all just like give me a little side eye. Last time you caught me off guard, it's not gonna happen again. Lotad is so adorable. I really wish I could steal his Lotad. The thing is, I'm a good guy, so I'm not allowed to actually steal their Pokemon from them. You'll see if I go to items and try to load up a Pokeball, they're gonna be like, you probably shouldn't. That Pokemon doesn't have a black aura. That's not one of the evil Pokemon, so we actually only want Pokeballs to steal evil Pokemon from bad people, so that we can use the evil Pokemon instead. Trust me, it'll all make sense at some point. It's not... Trust me, it'll all make sense at some point. Yeah, of course I have to be a nice guy. Watch, it's gonna flinch, it's gonna flinch. Ah, damn. Unfortunate. This game is so fun. I love the soundtrack in this game so much. Just wait until I fight the guy with the afro. Boba 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 boba, aka Mirror B. Maybe that's what the B stands for. Boba 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 boba. Oh, cool. I get to fight both of them. I love this dude's hat. He just looks like the definition of like a goon. He just looks like a goon. And cool, two things that I can probably one shot. He sends out. But yeah, if you want to know the reasoning behind, you haven't seen yet, but we mostly only get Generation 2 Pokemon, Johto Pokemon in this game, which is why we have the two Johto evolutions as our starters. It's because this game was made to be like a companion game to Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, where you can't generally get too many Johto Pokemon, but you can get pretty much all of them in, or like all of the ones that you're missing, you can really get in this game. So this is a Pokemon with a black aura. So here's the thing, she can see the black aura coming from it, but to everybody else, it just looks like a normal Pokemon. And it'll punch me in the gut. It'll punch me, like, anywhere it wants. It'll punch me in the nuts if it has to. But it's an evil Pokemon. It's straight up evil. And so my goal is going to be, because I do want to actually catch all of the Shadow Pokemon in this game, you get a little bit of extra stuff at the end if you catch all of them. And hell yeah, Umbreon coming through with the flinches. I'm probably going to Secret Power the Makuhita. Hopefully that doesn't, like, kill me. I agree, Ruby is a great game. I have very fond memories. I do want to kill the Duskull, so we'll aim on the Duskull over here. We'll reflect next turn. So in the game after this game, the sequel to this game, which I do want to play after it, they get different shadow moves, but in this one they only have the one shadow move, and it does recoil damage, so I do have to be careful while I'm trying to catch these Pokemon. Actually, I don't know, sometimes in Pokemon games they make the first capture always works, so I will show off here if I can remember how. Okay, cool. So what you do is, for example, I'll throw the Premier Ball here. There's this really cool glitch. I'm gonna try not to abuse it. And by try, I mean I'm not going to abuse it. Oops. Click the mouse button. So if you use a Pokeball with your first slot, and then you go into your second slot, and switch the position of the Pokeball, you can actually infinitely use the Pokeball, because it doesn't count as using the Pokeball. So you'll see what I mean after this turn. It'll throw the Premier Ball, and then in my inventory, you'll also have the Premier Ball. This is really broken when, for example, like at the end of the game, you get the Master Ball, which catches anything. So You can just like infinitely use the Master Ball. Okay, it may have been a guaranteed capture because I didn't weaken it like at all. But we'll check my inventory after this so you can see. I should still have the Premier Ball. Give me your fucking money. Give me all that money. I did snag his Pokemon. This game might be the reason why I love using the word snag as like taking something. Like I love snagging shit, just ganking Pokemon left and right. We got flattened again. He's gonna chew us out, not in the good way. What do we do? What do we do? He is a goon. Yeah, wait, where'd the mayor go? What? Huh? Did they kidnap him? Oh, here's the green Power Ranger. So, here's the trick. The Power Rangers all run away after you battle all of them. They all have an individual shadow Pokemon. Where'd the mayor go? Is she gonna tell me? What? Is she hitting on me? What did she say? Aren't you a cute guy? Okay. Cat decided to leave. Okay, so what I was gonna say is the trick is all of the Power Rangers have one of the 3 Johto starters, and so I have to choose either Cyndaquil, Totodile, or Chikorita, which should be obvious, TBH. Though I've seen like a tier list of this game before where they say that the water starter is the best just because you eventually get Surf, and Surf is like it hits both parties on the opposite side in double battles. But honestly, I don't know. The fire type is kind of hard to pass up because fire types are so good. I did want to show off the inventory thing. See, the Premier Ball is still there. So I'm gonna not do that because it takes a little bit away from the game with the resource management, especially like I said, it's broken when you get the Master Ball. You just catch everything. So but you only get to battle one of these guys at least until the end game. I'm actually a little bit conflicted now because I feel like a fire type's pretty good, but water type's also really good. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Totodile just because like it's my favorite of the 3. And I do know, or I remember at least, I think that you get another good fire type pretty soon later on. But you also get a good water type at some point too. At the end of the game, you end up being able to catch all of them, so it doesn't really matter. But you only get to like choose one throughout the game. And it's funny that they don't really tell you this. You just kind of have to guess it, and then you pick one of them, and then they all leave, and you're like, oh, well, I guess I choose this one. Also says Cyndaquil or nothing. Did they come together to make a starter Pokemon Megazord? That would be awesome. I have some dice somewhere where I can decide. Owl plus Ugly and Totodile is the only correct choice. The problem is, I get Entei. Entei is a good fire type Pokemon that I chose earlier. I guess the chat has decided. I've got 1 for Cyndaquil, 2 for Totodile, so I feel like my decision is gonna be correct on grabbing the Totodile. The only problem is you don't actually get Totodile. If you got Totodile, I would never evolve it, but you get the evolution of the starter Pokemon. So you choose one of the starter Pokemon, but you basically get its middle evolution and its final evolution. You don't get the actual starter Pokemon. But, Totodile looked like a water-type crackhead. But honestly, between I mean, even the even the evolutions, like, okay, Crocodile is, like, not my favorite, to be honest. He looks like a derpy little dude, but for Alligator is fire. And, but Typhlosion is also super cool. Typhlosion is, like, of the three designs, is pretty short, but I love Totodile. Totodile on its own. I think I am going to go with the water type, just because I think I'd rather use, like, Entei than Typhlosion. You get it pretty early, too. The grass type is, Totodile does have short bus energy. The grass type option would be, Chikorita. She evolves into, Bayleaf and then Meganium, but its offensive potential is horrible compared to the other two, and it's really only good as like a tank, which just doesn't really help you in like playthroughs of Pokemon games. Like, tanks are good, but like especially in a game like this where in double battles you want to maximize tempo as much as possible, you want to be doing as much damage as you possibly can. So we're gonna Confusion the Grimer. Hopefully that kills, because Grimer is a weak little bitch. So close. Scary is gonna lower my speed by 2 stages, so it's halved. I want to try to get the Cockernot into like orange, so like 2 more bites. Yeah, we'll bite again, and Confusion the Grimer. There is another Pokemon in the back still, so gotta worry about that. Espeon is no longer the strongest on the field, and Umbreon is now slower as well. Chikorita would be my actual choice, and I've never evolved it so it stays adorable. That is the other problem, though. Oh, cool, 2 bites did it. That is the other problem, though. Oh, because if I chose any of them, I would choose Totodile, because it's probably the cutest because of the short bus energy. But regardless, we get them at the middle stages, like I was talking about earlier, right? So it actually doesn't really matter. Because I love Premier Balls, I'm actually going to use it on this Crocodile, see if I can catch it. And, oops, let's actually use it with the Espeon, right? Because the Umbreon can hit this point super effectively. The Espeon can't. I'm not gonna try to duplicate the Premier Ball again. I'm just gonna use them. But yeah, it would be a Bayleaf, which Bayleaf is also super cute. Like, Ash got a Bayleaf in the anime, and he never evolved it, and I always thought it was super adorable. But, damn, didn't get in the Premier Ball. Do love Premier Balls, though. Though I do agree, Chikorita is adorable. Its evolutions are, though. So I do actually, so I'm gonna throw another Pokeball on this turn, and we'll see actually if I can kill this Poink, right? Because no, so you came in a little bit late. We didn't get a starter at the start. We started with the Umbreon and the Espeon. Those were our starter Pokemon. So if you missed it, if you missed the whole spiel, we were part of the evil organization of the region, and we stole the machine that's on our arm that lets us steal Pokemon from people. And we're only using it to steal evil Pokemon, the Shadow Pokemon, which can attack people. And what else is there? Oh yeah, so that's how we have the Makuhita. And we only get to choose one of these starter Pokemon. But you do have to use the Shadow Pokemon to eventually purify them, so I'm going to shift in the Makuhita here. And I'm not going to worry about killing this Poink for this turn. I'm just going to throw a Pokeball, because if we can get the Crocodile off the field. That's another good thing about like the tempo thing in this game. Like when you catch Pokemon, you take them off the board for your opponent's side. So if you're able to get like a really clutch capture, like when your Shadow Pokemon is going to kill one of your Pokemon, it's really cool. Almost had it. You'd have a Vaporeon instead of an Umbreon? Dude, I don't need the more compatible argument. Please stop talking. Torment, so now, does it target both, or does it only hit one? So now Espeon can no longer use a move twice in a row. So Makuhita, when you first get a Shadow Pokemon, you only have one of the moves available. So you have to get this gauge, as you can see underneath it, where the XP bar would be. So when you catch a Pokemon in the next game, it has like level 30 plus is what it would say, because what actually happens is they don't gain XP, they stack up their XP while you use it, and once you purify it and turn it into a regular Pokemon again, you actually gain all of that XP back, and you can level up from that. However, he's gonna stay at level 30 for a while. That's why the Shadow Pokemon are just kind of like, in general, higher level, so that they're actually worth using for a little while. The aim of the game is to have like you get a level 30 Pokemon, and then like by the time you would purify it, it would be a couple levels under level, but you purify it and then it gains a couple levels. Can you stream multiple people playing MC Dungeons from your setup? Like if we all got into an MC Dungeons lobby and played together, I could do that, and I could get all of our audio in if we were in a Discord call, yeah. So, oh yeah, I could stream us playing MC Dungeons. At first I thought you meant like from everybody's perspective, like everybody's different POVs, like one corner, one corner, one corner, one corner, but like at the same time that wouldn't really matter because everything's on the same screen anyway. Cool, we got the Crocodile, so that's off the field. One thing you'll notice, I don't know if Makuhita already went or not, because he's slow. Did he miss? Okay, this is another thing. So, during your turn, if you're a Shadow Pokemon, your emotions can rise to a fevered pitch. It goes into Hyper Mode, which means that he has a higher critical hit ratio. So he's like if I remember right, he's like 1 in 4 to hit a critical hit or something like that. Instead of like the 1 in 16 that you usually are, or 1 in 12 or something. But he like damages himself at the end of every turn. However, if you call his name, he'll snap out of it, and you'll get a lot of that that shadow gauge is what they call it down. Also, when you go into Fever Pitch, this is kind of a bad thing about Shadow Pokemon. You like lose your turn with that Pokemon, so it does really suck. I didn't see what Spoink did. I think it tried to use Torment again, or the turn's gonna kill it. Let's see if that can. And now we got the Crocodile.